Good morning/afternoon/evening, everyone. Today I want to talk about something we've all struggled with at some point in our lives, the habit of focusing on others instead of ourselves. In a world of social media highlights, constant comparisons, and external expectations, it's easy to get caught in the trap of measuring our worth against someone else's life. But the truth is, focusing on others can hold you back from becoming the best version of yourself. Comparison is one of the most common traps we fall into in life, and it's also one of the most damaging. In today's world, where social media offers a constant stream of curated moments, it's easy to feel like we're not measuring up. This mental loop not only robs us of joy, but also prevents us from recognizing and appreciating the value of our own journey. What makes comparison so harmful is that it's fundamentally unfair. When we compare ourselves to others, we're often comparing our behind-the-scenes struggles to their highlight reel. We don't see the hard work, sacrifices, or failures they've experienced to get where they are. All we see is the polished result, and it makes us feel like we're inadequate or falling short. But the truth is, everyone has their own unique path, filled with challenges and victories that we can't always see from the outside. Focusing on others and their accomplishments can also drain your energy and distract you from your own goals. Instead of directing your time and effort toward your personal growth, you spend it worrying about what someone else is doing. This mindset keeps you stuck in a loop of frustration and prevents you from fully engaging with the opportunities in front of you. Imagine how much further you could go if you took all that energy and channeled it into your own development instead. When you let go of comparison, you create space for self-compassion. You begin to recognize that your journey is yours alone and there's no set timeline or formula for success. Everyone's circumstances, strengths, and opportunities are different, and that's what makes life so diverse and beautiful. The only person you should be comparing yourself to is who you were yesterday. Are you growing? Are you learning? Are you becoming a better version of yourself? These are the questions that truly matter. Another key aspect of overcoming comparison is practicing gratitude. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you begin to see the abundance in your life. Gratitude shifts your mindset from envy to appreciation, helping you stay grounded and content. It also reminds you that success isn't just about reaching a destination, it's about appreciating the journey along the way. Letting go of comparison doesn't mean ignoring others or refusing to celebrate their achievements. On the contrary, it means learning to cheer for others while staying focused on your own growth. When you stop seeing life as a competition and start viewing it as a collaborative journey, you'll find it easier to celebrate your own milestones without feeling threatened by someone else's success. Ultimately, comparison steals your joy because it shifts your focus away from the things that truly matter: your growth, your goals, and your happiness. By redirecting your attention inward and appreciating your own journey, you can create a life filled with fulfillment. Defining your goals and purpose is one of the most empowering steps you can take to focus on yourself instead of others. In a world that constantly bombards us with external expectations, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters to us. We find ourselves chasing goals that society, our peers, or even our families deem important, only to realize later that these pursuits don't bring us the fulfillment we crave. The key to avoiding this trap is to invest time and energy into understanding what drives you and setting goals that align with your values and passions. Your purpose is your why, the reason you wake up each morning. Their goals may stem from a completely different set of values or life circumstances. Chasing them will only pull you further away from your own potential. To define your purpose, start by reflecting on what brings you joy and fulfillment. Think about the moments when you felt most alive, inspired, or connected to something greater than yourself. What were you doing? What impact were you making? These moments often hold clues to your core values and passions. Your purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It just has to resonate with you. It could be as simple as creating art, helping others, or building a better life for your family. Once you've identified your purpose, the next step is to set goals that align with it. Goals give you direction and a sense of progress. They help you break your larger purpose into actionable steps that you can work toward every day. When your goals are tied to your purpose, they become intrinsically motivating, meaning you're driven to achieve them because they matter to you, not because you're trying to impress others or meet societal standards. One of the biggest benefits of having purpose-driven goals is that they help you stay focused and resilient. When you're clear about what you want and why you want it, you're less likely to be swayed by distractions or setbacks. You're also less likely to compare yourself to others because you know you're pursuing something uniquely meaningful to you. Their success doesn't diminish yours because you're. It's important to periodically revisit your goals and purpose to ensure they still resonate with you. As you grow and evolve, your priorities may shift, and that's perfectly normal. The key is to stay honest with yourself and make adjustments as needed, rather than clinging to outdated aspirations out of habit or fear. By defining your goals and purpose, you take ownership of your life and your journey. You create a clear roadmap that's rooted in your values and passions, allowing you to live with intention and fulfillment. Embracing personal growth is one of the most transformative ways to shift your focus inward and create a fulfilling life. When you commit to self-improvement, you begin to understand that your greatest competition is not the people around you, but the person you were yesterday. Personal growth is about becoming better, step by step, in every area of your life. And it empowers you to build the skills, resilience, and mindset necessary to thrive. Personal growth starts with self-awareness. To grow, you need to understand who you are, your strengths, weaknesses, values, and aspirations. Take time to reflect on your life. What areas do you feel confident in? Where do you see room for improvement? What habits or beliefs might be holding you back? This process of introspection is not always easy, but it's essential for identifying the changes you need to make to become your best self. When you focus on your own journey, instead of comparing yourself to others, you create the mental clarity needed to grow authentically. Another important aspect of personal growth is stepping outside of your comfort zone. Growth happens when you challenge yourself to do things that are unfamiliar or uncomfortable. This could mean learning a new skill, taking on a project you've been avoiding, or even addressing personal fears and insecurities. While these experiences might feel daunting at first, they're the catalysts for progress. Each small victory builds confidence and prepares you for even bigger challenges. Over time, you'll look back and realize just how far you've come, all because you had the courage to push beyond your limits. Personal growth is also deeply connected to lifelong learning. In today's fast-paced world, there's always something new to discover, whether it's a technical skill, a creative pursuit, or a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Commit to learning, not because others are doing it, but because it enriches your life. Read books, take courses, attend workshops, or engage in meaningful growth. Is a journey, and every step you take to expand your knowledge or perspective contributes to a richer and more fulfilling life. It's also essential to take care of your physical and mental well-being as part of your personal growth journey. A healthy body supports a sharp mind and positive emotions, while self-care practices like mindfulness, exercise, and rest create the foundation for sustained growth. When you prioritize your well-being, you're better equipped to handle life's challenges and seize new opportunities. One of the most rewarding aspects of personal growth is the sense of purpose and fulfillment it brings. When you focus on becoming a better version of yourself, you naturally stop worrying about what others are doing or achieving. Their successes no longer feel threatening because you're confident in your own path. You begin to celebrate your progress, no matter how small, because you know it's leading you towards your goals. In the end, personal growth is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about committing to yourself and recognizing that you have the power to change and evolve. By focusing on your growth, you create a life that aligns with your values, passions, and potential, and you become the kind of person who inspires others to do the same. Celebrating your small wins is a vital practice in maintaining focus on yourself and appreciating your progress. In a world that often glorifies big achievements and overnight success, it's easy to overlook the smaller victories that make up the journey toward any goal. However, these small wins are the building blocks of personal growth and lasting success. Recognizing and celebrating them not only boosts your confidence, but also keeps you motivated to continue moving forward. Small wins are often the quiet moments of progress that might go unnoticed if you're too focused on the end result. For instance, if your goal is to improve your physical fitness, a small win could be completing your first week of consistent workouts or choosing a healthy meal over fast food. These may not seem significant in isolation, but they represent meaningful steps in the right direction. By acknowledging these moments, you remind yourself that progress is being made, even if it feels slow. Celebrating small wins also helps to shift your mindset. Instead of fixating on what you haven't accomplished yet, you start to see the value in what you have achieved. This creates a positive feedback loop where each small victory reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. Over time, this mindset builds resilience and perseverance, two essential qualities for achieving long-term goals. When you make it a habit to celebrate even the smallest milestones, you train your brain to focus on progress rather than perfection. Another reason why celebrating small wins is important is that it keeps you motivated. Long-term goals often require sustained effort over months or even years, and it's easy to lose motivation along the way if you only focus on the big picture. Breaking your goals into smaller, manageable steps and celebrating each accomplishment gives you a sense of momentum. Each small win becomes a reminder that your efforts are paying off, which can help you stay committed to your journey. The act of celebrating doesn't have to be extravagant. It can be as simple as acknowledging your progress with a smile, sharing your achievement with a friend, or treating yourself to something you enjoy. The key is to make the celebration meaningful to you. By pausing to appreciate your efforts, you create moments of joy and satisfaction that make the journey more enjoyable. It's also important to remember that small wins are unique to you and your goals. What feels like a victory to you might not seem significant to someone else, and that's okay. The purpose of celebrating small wins is not to seek validation from others, but to honor your own progress. When you focus on your journey instead of comparing yourself to others, you create a sense of self-sufficiency and pride in your accomplishments. Ultimately, celebrating small wins is about cultivating a sense of gratitude and self-recognition. It's about acknowledging the hard work you're putting in, even when the final goal still feels far away. By focusing on these moments, you build a strong foundation of confidence and motivation, allowing you to continue growing and thriving. Each small win is a step closer to your larger aspirations. And by celebrating them, you remind yourself that every step matters. Setting boundaries with external influences is one of the most empowering ways to reclaim your focus and prioritize your personal growth. In today's hyper-connected world, we are constantly bombarded with opinions, expectations, and comparisons that can cloud our judgment and distract us from our own goals. Whether it's social media, societal pressure, or the opinions of friends and family, these external influences often shape our decisions in ways we might not even realize. Learning to set boundaries is essential for protecting your mental and emotional well-being while staying true to yourself. One of the most pervasive external influences is social media. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook present curated snapshots of other people's lives, often creating the illusion of perfection. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparing your everyday reality to someone else's highlight reel, leaving you feeling inadequate or behind. Setting boundaries with social media can help you break free from this. This might mean limiting the amount of time you spend online, unfollowing accounts that make you feel negative, or taking intentional breaks from these platforms altogether. By reducing your exposure to these influences, you create space to focus on your own journey without constantly measuring it against others. External influences also come from the expectations of society, culture, or even well-meaning loved ones. These pressures can manifest as subtle messages about what you should be doing at a certain age, the career path you should follow, or the milestones you should have achieved by now. While advice and guidance can be valuable, it's important to distinguish between what others expect of you and what truly aligns with your own values and aspirations. Setting boundaries means learning to say no to paths or opportunities that don't resonate with you, even if they seem like the right thing to do in the eyes of others. Creating boundaries isn't just about limiting negative influences. It's also about being selective with your time and energy. Your attention is one of your most valuable resources, and where you direct it shapes your life. Ask yourself, are the people, activities, and environments in your life helping you grow, or are they holding you back? Surround yourself with those who uplift and support you, and minimize interactions with those who drain your energy or make you question your worth. Another aspect of setting boundaries is learning to listen to your own voice. Often, external influences can drown out your inner guidance, making it difficult to know what you truly want. Practices like journaling, meditation, or spending quiet time alone can help you reconnect with your thoughts and feelings. By tuning out the noise of the outside world, you create the mental clarity needed to make decisions that align with your goals and values. Ultimately, setting boundaries with external influences is not about shutting people out or avoiding responsibility. It's about taking control of your life. It's about recognizing that you have the power to choose what you allow into your mind and heart. When you set boundaries, you protect your focus, preserve your energy, and create the conditions necessary for personal growth. By doing so, you can stay true to yourself and build a life that reflects your unique journey and aspirations. Turning jealousy into inspiration is a powerful way to shift your mindset and use the success of others as fuel for your own growth. Jealousy is a natural emotion, and almost everyone has experienced it at some point. You see someone achieving something you deeply desire, whether it's professional success, personal milestones, or a particular lifestyle, and it stirs a sense of inadequacy or frustration. While jealousy can be uncomfortable, it doesn't have to be negative. In fact, it can be a catalyst for self-improvement if you learn to reframe it as a source of motivation and inspiration. The first step in turning jealousy into inspiration is to recognize and acknowledge the feeling. Suppressing jealousy or pretending it doesn't exist only allows it to fester and grow. Instead, take a moment to reflect on why you feel that way. What specifically about someone else's success or achievements triggered this emotion? Is it because they have something you want? Or is it because their accomplishments highlight something you feel is lacking in your own life? By identifying the root cause, you can use this awareness to better understand your desires and aspirations. Once you've identified what's behind your jealousy, shift your perspective. Instead of seeing someone else's success as a threat, view it as proof that what you want is possible. If they've achieved it, that means it can be done, and you can do it too. Use their journey as a source of inspiration and a roadmap for your own path. Look at the hard work, dedication, and strategies they employed to reach their goals, and what can you learn from their experiences? What steps can you take to apply similar principles to your life? By focusing on the lessons you can draw from their success, you transform jealousy into a constructive force. Another way to turn jealousy into inspiration is to adopt a mindset of collaboration rather than competition. Instead of comparing yourself to others and feeling inadequate, consider reaching out to them for advice, guidance, or mentorship. Many people who have achieved success are willing to share their experiences and offer insights to those who are genuinely curious and eager to learn. This approach not only helps you gain valuable knowledge, but also builds positive connections and fosters mutual support. It's also important to focus on your unique journey and strengths. Remember that no two paths are the same, and someone else's success doesn't diminish your potential. You have your own set of talents, experiences, and opportunities that can lead you to your goals in your own time. By channeling the energy of jealousy into action, you can work on improving yourself rather than dwelling on what others have achieved. Lastly, practice gratitude for where you are in your journey. While it's natural to aspire to greater things, it's equally important to appreciate how far you've come. Recognize the progress you've made and the lessons you've learned along the way. Gratitude helps ground you in the present moment and reminds you that your worth isn't defined by external achievements, but by your growth and effort. By turning jealousy into inspiration, you take a potentially negative emotion and use it as a tool for empowerment. You stop seeing others' success as a reason to feel inadequate and start viewing it as a source of motivation to reach your own goals. This shift in perspective